up, YouTube? Back. And I have a question for y'all as I start this video. You ever just felt tired? Just a certain activity or event, it's just reached a point where it's exhausting more so than actually beneficial to you or generally makes you happy like it used to? To me, that's what I think being burnt out or having burnout on a certain thing is. Just getting to the point where you're no longer satisfied by what you're doing and no longer have the same drive to continue doing what you're doing because it doesn't seem like it's giving you any payoff or any pleasure from doing it or any goal that you're trying to reach in that category is actually coming true. And burnout can happen over a range of things. Of course, one of the easiest places you can get burnt out at is your job. This is not another video about me ragging on my job or another video that's been spawned from my job, so don't worry about that. But work is definitely a place you can get burnt out of, and sometimes you just end up staying for the money because you're burnt out rather than staying because you like the work that you're doing. And that's the whole, I guess, debate and argument on why you should go to college, because then you can do the job you want to do because you go and study and get the education and stuff. So there's that. We can get burnt out of friendships because people are just not changing, or people are just staying in a certain situation that they refuse to get themselves out of, or people are just doing the same thing over and over again, and you can't be the good friend or the there for them friend all the time. So you get burnt out of the pity party or the have to bail them out or save them situations as well. And then it can go all the way down to personal trivial things like getting burnt out of playing video games because they either get hard or they just generally stop getting fun, and you just don't seek and enjoy the same things you used to enjoy once upon a time. So now you just gotta think about the fact that you no longer have that drive to play the game. Either the friends that you used to play with don't play with you anymore, or just the game's awe and wonder that you had when you first started playing it is gone now. And that sucks sometimes when you get burnt out of things that are not necessarily bad for you, but the burnout itself pretty much numbs you to a part of your personality that you used to have in the past. And burnout that pretty much takes part of your personality with it is not good burnout at all. I've reached certain situations where I've been burnt out of my work or job or friendships or video games. But at the same time, going back to my video on tolerance, sometimes it's been worth it to actually hold on even though I was burnt out. In some cases it got better because I held on and grit my teeth and kept going even though I was burnt out. And sometimes you just gotta realize it's not worth it to hold on, even if you think that there's something that can come from this, or there's some good that can come from, not giving up and showing your tolerance and determination for seeing something through to the end. But it's all about how you yourself feel about it. Like I said, if something is just generally taking your personality away because you're burnt out of it, and you lose a part of yourself because you went so full force into a certain aspect of your life and then did it to the point where it no longer became fun or interesting, then you burned yourself out. You flew too close to the sun, so to speak, or you set off your fireworks too early, whatever catchphrase or slogan you want to use to describe the fact that you either gave too much too soon, or you put too much time into it, put way more time into it than it needed, or way more time into it than you had to spare, to the point where you were sacrificing your life, just like an addiction. If you were sacrificing other aspects of your life to try to get as much of the thing done as possible, you're going to reach a state of burnout. Whether it be you were chasing money so hard that you lost social connections, or lost just general care for yourself, you're going to get burned out of the job, and then you're going to come back to the barren wasteland that is your life of hygiene or social tree or social triangle, however you want to describe your social group. Just like with addictions and burnouts can go hand in hand. You can be addicted to something and then no longer find it important, useful, or pleasurable, and then you have to come back to the fact that the rest of your life that you put on hold or that you turned off because of this one specific thing is no longer in the state it was when you left it. So, burnout is bad in most likely all senses of the word, and nobody wants to be burnt out, and nobody wants to just generally say, hey, I'm actually tired of something excuse me. I'm actually tired, literally. But anyway, back to the what thing I was saying. Actually being tired of the thing that you did so much or put so much effort into in the past. Again, apologies for the yarn. I don't know why. I just woke up like a couple hours ago, so I don't think I should be still tired. But you know, life is life. Getting back on topic, just generally, burnout is something you gotta watch out for. No one knows the time that they will be burnt out, but it's usually after suffering defeat, loss, or just general unprogress in that aspect of your life for so long that it becomes unmotivated or unmotivational goal to reach. You're no longer motivated to reach something if you constantly get defeated, unless you have the determination to grit your teeth and push through continuously until you get your results. And I'm not saying that you should not do that once you experience burnout. It's up to every human being and what they can take and how much they can take for themselves. But if you've been burnt out of something or been burnt out, then you have two paths ahead of you. You can leave that part of your life behind, or you can say, I'm not done with this yet, and continue to push yourself. So, burnout in itself is kind of a wake-up point. If you become burnt out of something, it's telling you that, hey, you put a lot of time into this, or hey, you haven't been getting the results for the effort you put into this, and it's time for you to make a decision. You either want to let that go because it's not benefiting you in any way, or you want to keep going because there's a goal you want out of this that you need to keep striving for. And if there is, don't stop by all means and continue to just keep yourself going and, you know, grit your teeth, bite the bullet, and push through if there is an end goal that you really want from the thing. But at the same time, don't let anything close to heart for you get burnt out, because again, that cuts a part of your personality away. You can always replace it with something else, but you should never end up cutting something from your life that at one time was so important to you and pretty much was a part of your natural human being philosophy or just general characteristics of who you are as a person, only for it to no longer exist there. Now, if you are burnt out and said thing was an addiction, that's the situation in which it's okay to let it go. Because, as I said earlier, addictions are something that just generally that existing in your life takes time and effort away from everything else that you have to balance in your life. So, burnout is a choice. Burnout is a divide or a split in the path where you must choose to make a choice. So, at the end of the day, what are you going to choose? That's my topic. That's my video. I'll see y'all lovely people tomorrow. And see ya.